Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Well, I was going to just do a quiet, silent sit. But as I was sitting in preparation for this class, I remembered this story that is very much on topic. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about working with emotions. And this story is a sort of archetypal story passed around the meditation community about working with emotions. So I thought I'd share it briefly and then we can get to our sitting. There was a famous Tibetan meditator named Milarepa, born in roughly 1000 Common Era. And he was a serious hardcore practitioner. Like, he didn't want to do anything except meditate. And he lived in the mountains, he lived in caves, he meditated all the time. He meditated so much he didn't have time to like get food for himself or get clothes or whatever. So he had this single cotton robe that he wore, and it was enough to keep him warm because of his incredible meditation powers. He just would go out every once in a while and gather nettles, like stinging nettles, from the areas around his cave and bring that home and make nettle soup. And the story goes that he ate so much nettle soup that he turned green because that's all he ate. He just wanted to meditate a lot. He had had a very difficult life growing up and had found a meditation teacher named Marpa who helped him out. And so he was 110% dedicated to meditating. So the story goes that one day he was out of his cave gathering nettles, and it took a couple hours to gather enough food. And he came back to the cave and it was filled with demons, monsters, just the meanest, nastiest, ugliest demon creatures he had ever seen. And they were messing up his little mat, and they were messing up his shrine, and they were throwing ash in the fire and just wrecking the place. But because he was such a good meditator, he said to himself, oh, well, this is an opportunity, and I'm going to teach these demons about Buddhism, and they will calm down and they will be my students. And so he sat down on his little meditation cushion and he started lecturing about the Dharma and Buddhism and the Buddha. And they didn't stop for a moment in absolutely destroying his stuff. They had no interest in hearing about Buddhism. They didn't care about any of that stuff. They just kept wrecking his cave. And then they started attacking him and pushing him and prodding him. And they were basically insufferable. So he stopped doing that and stopped teaching. And he just sat. A few demons kind of got bored with him just sitting and they left. But the rest of them kept right on messing up everything. And then they started getting into his shrine box, and it was really starting to get upset. But he decided that maybe if he hosted them, that they would calm down a little bit. And so he scrounged up some nettles and made some nettle tea and made some nettle soup. And he actually served the demons some of the soup. And they actually liked it. And a few more of the demons left after having some food. But there was one gigantic demon, the biggest and meanest and nastiest, ugliest of them, who just would not leave. And he just sat across the fire from Milarepa, staring at him, these big bug eyes and big teeth and drool dropping down his jaw. And Milarepa just sat there and didn't know what to do. And the demon opened his mouth to eat him. He was going to eat Milarepa. And Milarepa sat there looking at this gaping jaw with fangs of this demon about to bite his head off. And he leaned into the demon's mouth and said, "If you must, you can eat me now." The demon backed up, closed his mouth, and walked out the cave. I don't think I need to point out the parallels to working with emotions here. We often walk back to our caves with and find all kinds of demons there. And how we treat them, I think, is one of the most important and most interesting lessons of Buddhism or meditation in general. So as we prepare to sit, we find our seat, settle into our bodies, and remember our motivation for why we came here today. Let's start out just by saying to ourselves that if any demons come and visit us while we're sitting, that we welcome them in. Make some tea, serve them. And if need be, just lean right into it. Let your awareness drop into your body, settling into your body. Feel the weight of your body on your cushion or your chair. Feel your breath. Feel your body breathing. little thoughts will arise. Just like sights and sounds will arise. Just notice them and let them go on their way. Bigger thoughts might arise, or emotions might arise. You don't have to follow them either. But if they keep coming back, maybe they have a message for you or a gift. So just invite them to sit with you. See what it is they have to say. Okay, now drop all technique. Stop meditating. Just relax. If you want to unmute and say this with me, you're welcome to. If not, you can stay muted and say it to yourself or not say it at all, as you like. May all beings have happiness, the causes of happiness. May all be free from sorrow, the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separate from the joy that knows no sorrow. May all beings rest in equanimity, free from attachment and hatred. Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you on Tuesday. Hope you have a good day. If anyone wants to stay and chat, I'll be happy to hang around. And if not, see you soon.
Thank you.
Would anyone like to share anything?